Yo, we are back on this channel with a dog video again, but today it's just going to be a kind of a talky dog video because the reasons, like, everything went slow on the dog video. I was like going to do loads of them, but Finn got ill. So Finn, you alright, buddy? Are you okay now, buddy? You okay now, buddy? So what Finn got is a condition called masticatory muscle myositis. I had to read that off of Google because I had actually no idea how to pronounce it, and because of that I'm going to be referring to it as MMM for the rest of this video. I thought this would be helpful for other dog owners out there that may be going through this with their dog. It's a super rare condition from what I understand, and it was like the worst year and a bit of my life, like as a pet owner, going through it all with him. So I'm going to go over the story. I just want to give you a heads up and say don't panic too much. Hold tight, understand that if you get the right vet and stuff, it'll all be fine. So let's start from the top. I noticed that my dog, his glands had come up massive under his throat, and this was after about a year and a bit ownership, sort of thing. And it was really like worrying because like I was like, oh no, what's wrong with him? What's up? Like something wrong with Finn? Like this is not good. So we went to the vet, Brantham Vets we went to, super lovely people at Brantham Vets, and the lady there basically looked at him and said, okay, I think it's this condition called MMM. It's a neurological disease or something, like I think like inflammatory disease in muscles or something, I don't know. But they basically said you're going to need to go to a specialist that does this like specifically, and they recommended me to go to Dick White's. Unfortunately, the first vet we saw at Dick White misdiagnosed him. He ended up having surgery. Finn, can you get your head up, bud? Can you get your head? You might be able to see it. I'll get some up close, but he's got some scars still on his head, just here and on behind his ear where they cut him open because they thought a grass seed had got in there, and it hadn't. It was this MMM thing. It ended up being. But so I first noticed that this this condition has really become bad because his skull had sunk. Let me see. Right, so you might be able to see the top of his head here. His skull had sunk. There's no muscle there anymore. Can you see that? Come here, bud. I just want to show people. There you go. Can you see that? Look. So that was like the big main thing, and it happened so gradually. I didn't actually notice it, which is the scariest thing, because obviously I see the dog every single day, every single second of the day. He comes to work with me, comes down the garage with me if I'm working on the cars. We go for long walks. You know, we do everything, don't we, bud? Huh? Don't we? I just didn't notice it. It was just one of the things because I was seeing him every day. Like you didn't see the progression. But I went on holiday and my mum said, like, she just sort of looked at him one day and saw that his skull had sunk, and then she was the main one that was like, right, we've got to take him back up to the vets. So that was the reason why he went to the specialist for the second time. One thing you guys need to look out for is that yawning. If they do that a lot and they can't open their mouth fully when they're yawning, that is a massive sign of it, because I'm just going off of first-hand, like the information that I got from all of this. Once again, I'm not a medical journal or anything, but from what I understand, so what I understand is that in their muscles around their jaw and on their head, they have a certain fibre that this disease eats at when they don't have anywhere else in their body, and it like immobilizes the muscles. So that's why the muscles sunk there, and why they then can't chew anymore. That's like the big side effect of this condition. They can't chew anymore. They can't chew their food, and you have to feed them paste. Luckily, it never got to that point with Finn. We caught it early enough, and we were pretty solid. Like with this, like I'm very, when I have something in my head and I need it doing, we make sure it gets done. Dog's the most important thing in my life, so I was making sure that it got done, basically. So yeah, where was I at? So that's how I realised, like, okay, we need to do this. So I went back to the vets, the local vets, and they then said, because it didn't get any better, and his glands kept coming up, and it didn't get any better. So we went, thankfully, by the way, I've got Tesco's pet insurance, and they were unbelievable through all of this. Like I cannot thank them enough. That's why I only now shop at Tesco, because they were amazing. I can't speak high enough of Tesco. They were amazing. We then went back to the vets again, and I said I want to talk to like a surgeon that specialises in this, and we ended up getting a chap called, let me find out what his name was, because he was absolutely amazing. Junio, his name was, is an Italian chap who specialises in these sort of conditions. So he was amazing. Once again, Dick White have been nothing but amazing since the second time. They're absolutely superb. Like, been very happy with everything really. But I'm just doing this video to kind of explain to everybody, because when I found out that this was happening, like you might not specifically have a Dalmatian, but this is like a really rare disease in all dogs can get it from what I understand. But I just want to kind of outline what happened, the procedure, and obviously I've still got him, so he's alright. In your body, in your body. People want to see you in the cam, dude. Why can't you lay around here? You need a bath. Look at how stinky you are. Look how stinky you are. What happened was, he got put on medication. Let me see if I've actually got some in the cupboard still. One sec. Okay, I haven't got any of the tablets anymore because it's been over for quite some time, but I'll try and remember everything from my head. So what they did is they put him on steroids. Now these steroids proper messed him up, but like they also saved his life in my opinion. So he went on steroids and now he's hench. Now he's losing all of this fat that he gained, which I'll get to in a minute. His muscles are massive, ain't they, buddy? Huh? You're hench, bro. You're hench, bro. But, so he was on 3 different types of tablets. One was a steroid, one was a kidney inflammatory thing, because the steroids were going to damage his kidney or his liver, one of the two, I can't remember. And then there was another tablet he had to go on that was like, I can't actually remember, I won't lie to you. But he was on three types of medication. What they do is they dose the dogs up massively. They put them on loads and loads of meds to begin with to like shock the system, I think, to get it out. This is kind of how it seemed to me. I'm just speaking as like a first person looking in. But it was like they were on 3 tablets and they put them on a super big bulk to begin with, and then they weaned them down and off and off and off over the time. Well, thankfully, Finn come off of all of these about, must have been January. I think it all kind of kicked off, and it's July now. I just kind of wanted to, it's so hard to talk about this without script or anything, but like, I'm doing this all off the top of my head. I just want to make sure that any dog owners that have got this going on, that you don't panic. Like, if you go to places that are fully trained in this condition, you're going to be fine. Since he's coming off all the tablets, he's lost, I think, about 5 kilograms. We're hoping, or maybe even 6 now, so we're hoping he's going to keep falling off him with the activities that we're doing. He's so much more playful again. I lost my dog for a year, basically. Like, he become this, like, lazy, like, I'll tell you the side effects of all the drugs in a second, but I've got my puppy back. Like, he's such a fun dog. He just loves to run around and play, and he's so lovely, and like, he's so lively, and he's so caring. Like, I feel very lucky to have him, even though we've had to go through the scary times. But in our case, it's been like a year and a half of treatment, and now he's off of it all, which is fantastic for me. So there is hope out there for everybody. Also, like, the doctors there were amazing, super honest, super upfront and everything. Ooh. Yeah, the vets and stuff were like super honest, super upfront with us. They didn't beat around the bush. Junio was amazing. I can't thank them enough. If you're going through this, if you can get in at Junio, I would, Dick White in Norfolk, 100% recommend them. Fantastic people, wonderful. The side effects of all the drugs though was that Finn, he needed to wee all the time. I'm not joking. Like, he would wake me up 3 times in the night and then wake me up at 6 AM because he'd have to pee, because these drugs would make him want to drink so much water. Wouldn't they, bud? Do you remember that? But now he's back to normal, really. It's no 3 AM wake up calls or anything like that. What else? He ate everything. Now, Dalmatians like to eat anyway, but like, mate, honestly. And one of the things that the vet said was make sure he chews for half an hour every night. And me being a bit naive, I guess, I just kept buying him like them big chew rawhide things, just because I saw him chewing on them. He gnawed on them for half an hour and I take it off him. But then obviously they're super high in calories, they're super fatty, like they're not good for him. So after a while of realising how big he'd got, because he put on 15 kilograms for all of this. A lot of that obviously was water weight, but like, I wasn't feeding him great either, to be straight up. He was like my boy, so I was just giving him treats all the time. I was like, well, he likes these, so, you know, just a typical dog owner thing. But since then, obviously, like, we're on a much better diet now for him and for me as well. I'm joining you, bud. I'm not making you go through this alone, boy. We're in this together, mate. But I just love him so much. Hello, baby. I just love him so much. Dude, I do, you're my best friend. You're my best bud. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that you guys out there, if you're going through this, make sure you go check out. I'll leave Junio's link down below. If you're going through this, like, it is a scary condition because there's not much out there on it. But I wanted to just give a video so you guys can see someone out there that's existed with it. If there's anything more information you want, more in-depth stuff, let me know down in the comments, and I will make another video regarding that. I just don't know what to say here, kind of thing. Like, I'm a bit nervous talking about it because obviously it's quite a specific subject, but I'm just going through it as the human of the dog that had it, that we had to get him through it. And I just want you guys to know, don't panic too much. They will be okay as long as they're looked after correctly. I monitor it every day, like literally every day I check him and like make sure I watch them yawns he does and make sure he's opening his mouth fully, make sure he eats all his food. And ever since, it's just been fantastic. And yeah, I think I'm going to try and bring some more dog stuff back to the internet now. Finn is a much more lively dog again, and we have a lot of adventures, don't we, buddy? We're going on some adventures, bud. Yeah? Right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe down below. I upload random stuff on this channel, but there'll obviously be more dog stuff coming. I can do loads of different videos about this. I think I will. I'm going to do owner updates of having a Dalmatian for so long, because me and him have been in the team now for 3 years, is it? Something like that. Been crazy time, man. So, yeah, we will do it. More updated stuff coming very soon. But I hope I've explained this video correctly. I hope it sounded alright. I don't know. If your dog has got MMM, get to a vet. If it seems like they've got the procedure, pay the money, make sure you've got good insurance. I highly recommend Tesco. They were fantastic to me. I still haven't used them now. Obviously, costs have gone up. But in total, if I didn't have this, I think it probably would have cost around £10,000, all the procedures he's had. And I haven't got £10,000 to do, so that would have been a big loan that I'd have had to be paying off for a long time. So I'm very grateful to Tesco. Yeah, that's it. Thank you to the people at Dick White. They're amazing in service. My dog, go follow Finn on Instagram. He doesn't really upload much, but when he does, it's normally an absolute banger. At Finn_the_Dalmatian_ I think. And I'm Adam Ivel if you want to check out what I'm doing. Anyway, I really appreciate it for watching. I hope this has given some comfort to some owners out there. And I'll see you again in another video, I guess. Peace. Say bye, Finn. Bye. Bye.